It's week 6 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Cowboys, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
This fielded at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
Truth be told, we might be talking about one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the entire NFL. I mean, he's constantly talked about as if he's some fringe NFL starter, despite the fact, Mike, that he's been the focal point for a team that has completely turned things around since his arrival. Now, I don't know if we would classify him as this, like, elite super talent, but there's no denying this guy is a winner, and if he's under center, you got a great chance.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Mozzie Smith, the former first-round pick, makes the play. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. On play action, Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. DeMarcus Lawrence, there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Lions first down. From the gun, it's Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing here is Goff. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jared Goff. Touchdown, Lions. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is up and through. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Richie James now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Cowboys coming out. As usual, it's Dak Prescott leading the way. Led the NFL in touchdown passes, Greg, a season ago. Already his 9th year at the helm for the Cowboys.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick 6. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
The PAT, up and good. And the Lions will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's James. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out.
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Lions offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Goff to throw. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. Second down and 8. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Goff. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. We'll go play action. It's Prescott. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Pistol now for Prescott. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Again, Prescott to the air. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll give it to Elliott. First down and more inside the 30. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now a screen set up for Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. It is brought in the end zone. Brandon Cooks, touchdown Cowboys.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys get back in it. It is 21-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. The tight end Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, Goff. This one intercepted. It's one of the best ever, Patrick Peterson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
2nd down and 3. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. 3rd down coming up. Dak to throw. And he'll take it on in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys draw closer here. It's 21-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin with the early game across the Atlantic at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Chargers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jordan Love, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. On the return, here's James. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Dak to throw over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll run Zeke up the middle. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. To the air again. Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Prescott again. And he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. The Cowboys will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. 1st and 10. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Goff. And that is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. And that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the play fake. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Elliott. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Throwing is Prescott. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So on 4th down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Goff to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
This one fielded at the 15. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run here. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Big play. 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Now, Prescott. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Here comes second down. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Here we go, 1st and goal. Back to throw is Prescott. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. On first down, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? He dives, and what a catch for the first down. The Lions called their first timeout. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's got it. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Now he'll run. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now a second down throw for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. He'll drop this for Elliott. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. They'll come up now for second down. To throw is Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Here we go. One final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.